Should be live very soon.
All right.
And we are live.
Oh, we're not split screen right now. Oh, now it's just
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, no, it's always like this.
no, it's not.
No?
We always see,
It was always both of us at the same time.
yeah.
That's interesting. Uh, Give me a second. Really? I feel like it was.
I mean, look at the past videos.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, that's interesting. Mhm. I didn't change anything though. Let me see.
Can you view in split screen,
Let me see. I am viewing
or are you pinned?
multi-speaker. No, I'm not. No, it's whoever is speaking gets on screen.
Is this new now?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything. Let me see. Gallery. Uh yeah, interesting. It's just whoever is speaking
Hmm.
gets on screen. Let me see if I can change things here. Hmm, what the fuck? Okay. Breakout rooms. Well, uh I am not sure. Oh, there you go. Now we're split.
No, what you do?
I literally didn't do anything. I was just clicking around. That's so funny.
Okay.
Well, here we go, boys. Um, Welcome to our Hump Day Meets. Just two dudes shooting the shit every Wednesday until we cannot no more. We'll find a way to
What?
find a schedule
That's
that works out.
ominous.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I mean, until we're not as regular because I got a kid coming up and I want to
Hmm.
make sure that I'm as present as possible. But at the same time, this is also important. That's kind of what
Right, right.
we all started for, right? Just gotta the boys gotta connect, gotta talk it out. So, all right, sweet. I think let's start with the same thing. Celebrations and challenges. You want to start?
Um, let's see. Celebrations just, I guess weekend was pretty good. Just hung out with some people. But that's about, at this point, that's pretty much about it. And then struggles is just trying to get some better schedules going on for myself.
Hmm. Like in terms of like just overall, like
Well, I got to figure out what's going on in the next couple of weeks. I might be doing
I
some
see.
traveling.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, logistics is always a challenge.
yeah. For sure, man. I feel like keeping our minds busy is
Hmm.
pretty important.
Yep.
Um, for me, the celebration would be I ran my first marathon ever. So that was a huge deal for me. Honestly, like it's taking a little bit of time for it to sink in for me because I
Hmm.
was I was all like beating myself up for the shitty time. But I'm like,
Oh.
dude, I'm not even trained. I'm
Hmm.
not even like an amateur runner. I basically raw dog the shit. And I finished all 26.2 and you know,
Dang.
I was proud of myself.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to looking forward to timing it next year.
Okay.
So that's my goal. Yeah, and challenges I would say, yeah, two things. One was that mental thing was really interesting how hard I was on myself, honestly. I'm like, bro, like you just did some shit like
Uh-huh.
0.01% of people ever do, and you're
Right,
like
right, right.
not good enough, um, but yeah, just letting go of that and then continue keeping the place organized. My room is a lot cleaner now, but we're just
Hmm.
setting up for home. But yeah, one step at a time, man.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's dive into some interesting topics, perhaps. Any standout you know what's interesting? Maybe like
Hmm.
I don't know if this is an interesting question, but any like standout moments this week, like I mean, I guess ideally pertain to what we're talking about here, right? But any interesting reflections that or stand up moments that you were like, oh, that was kind of.
Mm, not out, nothing out of the ordinary. Well, let's see. I forget who I was talking to. Having conversation about, the same old conversations like, do you think body count should matter?
Mhm.
And my stance has always been, I don't think body count should be that much of a determining factor because it's dealing more with the past versus just concentrating on who you are in the present and who they are in the present, right?
Yeah.
Um, but it's always a case by case basis. You can't just make some big blanket statement and be like, "Oh, your
Who?
body count is XYZ, so
Yeah.
you must have been a real shitty person, or you must be a really shitty person," right?
Yeah. Um, so does it matter to so what was the context of the conversation? Which is like,
Just like what you want in a partner, and then my buddy, he was just like, "Oh, someone." Preferably who wasn't has a big like sexual history, and then that got into the whole
mm,
conversation of body counts, and it's like,
what's
well,
big? What's big though?
no, I mean,
What's a big
there was
number?
no number. There was just we
Mm,
were just talking generalities.
yeah.
hmm
Well, and what's your stance on it?
Um, I think body count should matter on both sides, only because it shows. And I think the body count should not just be like a total body count. I think a better question is, what's your body count in the last like 5 years,
Mm,
right? Because a lot can change in 10 years.
mm,
You can have a guy that's just going through his F-boy phase or a girl that's going through her her whole phase. That's what they call it, right?
yeah.
People grow up, people change, right? If
Yeah.
if if someone in their 30 somethings are still doing that, then you're like, okay, maybe you gotta look deeper in why they still doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
The time frame matters.
hmm hmm
Yeah. But yeah, I think the age frame
hmm
matters because, right. Um, yeah, no, I agree with you. I think both. I think it's more of the context. Yeah, like I said, like it's different if it's, like you're in the 30s
Yeah.
or
I mean that whole
that's
phrase that people say, you know, a lock that opens to every key is not as useful as to a key that opens every lock, right?
mm,
I look at that example and be like, well, I don't I don't really see any. It's not a good metaphor
yeah,
because I don't because men always are bitching about double standards, and then this is a double standard that benefits, I guess, for more or less, I guess it benefits men, right? Because they don't get shit on as much if they sleep
yeah,
with multiple people. And they're
yeah,
like, oh, suddenly this double standard is fine versus when we yell about women about body shaming, right? The weight versus the height thing. All of a sudden,
yeah,
all of a sudden that's a no-go for us. But then when the girls start going on us about uh if a guy sleeps around too much, that's
yeah,
okay. Versus a girl shouldn't sleep around too much.
yeah. No, I agree on that actually. Well, you because I remember was it last week or 2 weeks ago? You were like, you think that people in the 20s should date as many, right? As
Yeah,
as many.
I don't necessarily mean like go around like just sleep with everyone, but I'm just saying date as much as you can to find out what your likes and dislikes are.
Yeah, and I don't remember if we talked about, but would you say like sexual experience is a part of it, or
I mean, sexual compatibility is a huge thing
yeah,
in a relationship.
yeah, it
Obviously,
is, yeah,
if you're just unable to have enjoyable sex in a relationship, it's not going to last that long.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
But it's all in context, right? Like, so let's say I met a girl and then I ask, what's your body count in the last 5 years? It's like, oh, just only like two or three, but then in the last 10 years it's been like 30. I'm like, wait a second.
yeah,
And then the context matters. It's like, oh, did you just have like a bad time in life and you just have to like find out what's going on? Or were you like or were you, I guess an extreme example is like, were you OFing? And suddenly
yeah,
that's where
yeah,
your body goes. It's like I can understand the first example, not so much the
yeah,
latter. It's like I don't think I'd ever be comfortable. going
Yeah.
out with someone who's involved or has ever been involved. So,
Yeah. I'm trying to think. So in the context of body count, that's kind of interesting, right? Because so it's kind of like one of those things where well, I don't know from the female perspective, but typically it's like guys are kind of like, oh, like the higher the body count, the more whatever, right? The
well, I
more
mean,
value you put on guys, for a lot of guys at least. At least
right.
if you're young guys, right? They're like, oh, body count is like a thing. And then for the ladies, I wonder if ladies have the same perspective, you know?
I
Like
think
are they proud of the fact that they're sleeping with, you know what I mean?
I
That's a question for the
think
ladies,
I mean
obviously,
I
but
think ladies will be less willing to reveal a high body count than a man would be. Like, let's say a man and a girl are both like slept with 50 people in the last couple of years. I think the guy would
yeah.
be more willing to say, "Oh, guess how many people I slept with in the last 50 years," versus the
Yeah.
girl's like, "Oh, this doesn't really matter." And I think that's um something that needs to be looked at
Yeah.
because
Well, I think well, it's also a societal thing, right? Because both men and women shame
well, more
women on
women more than men. Women get
you.
slut shamed more than men.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying like both men and women slut shame on women,
Right. And then I guess some people I mean, some people
right?
they get called the F boy and they're like, yeah, cool. That's a good title to have. But, there ain't going to be any woman saying, oh, slut, I want that title.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I mean, right? Like, so as a society, both men and women need to kind of reflect on that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, why are we, you know? And again, for me personally, I think it all comes under the context, right? But everybody has their own personal choices and all that. Um, I wonder what is the equivalent of this, something like this, that, like men would get more shit for.
I mean,
You
I gave
understand
you
what
the
I'm saying?
example, right? I gave you the example. The equivalent is, this is the double standard versus if a guy sleeps with a lot of girls, he's like some kind of player. He's very desirable versus if a girl sleeps with a lot of
Yeah.
guys. And that's the double standard. Whereas if a guy or if a girl asks for someone over 6 foot, that's standards. If a guy asks for a girl that's under a BMI of XX, right? That's like fat phobic. That's
Yeah, but that's kind of like a physical, like you can't actually, well, the height you can't
yeah, I
change,
mean
but
they're both physical.
yeah. Mm, but the height, there's not much you can do about it, though. You know, like I'm trying
I
to think of
mean,
something that is more
there
one to one. There might not be. I'm just curious, right? Like, what is something that is very similar to some sort of count, or something that is very much like within our own individual choices that, like, like men's body count when it's high, guys are usually more chill about it, right? What would
Mhm.
be something that's opposite, you know? I'm just trying to think of.
I mean,
Um,
I still think the weight and the height thing is a good example. Like
mm,
you said, guys' body count, most guys usually be pretty chill about it. Well, uh, for lack of a better word, like I think you won't find a lot of, or how do I put this delicately? If a girl is a little overweight, you're gonna have a lot of girls also be like, "Oh, that's a perfectly acceptable number, right, to
mhm,
be." Versus if a guy's overweight, it's like, "Oh, look at that guy. He's got a dad bod. Like, why can't he go to the gym?" And that's a lot
mm,
more. You see a lot more of that going on now,
yeah,
of that kind of a double standard.
yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. It's definitely, yeah. It's definitely interesting that, like, we naturally has that sort of inclination to do that. Yeah, the whole body count thing is just interesting to me, but yeah, that's an interesting conversation though.
Yeah, so it's always interesting and it's always the most like conservative right wing guy who's gonna be like, oh, I want to marry someone with a single digit body count. It's like, yeah, good luck there. Unless you,
Hmm.
unless you're going for someone really young, straight out of 18, sometimes maybe
Yeah.
not even that. Um, or I say good luck with that because there are very, very few women in the mid 20s to like maybe early 30s that won't have a body count of
Mm.
0.
Do you think, mm, I mean, I'm just speaking from like as a dude's perspective, right? Like, do you think that women, and this is for the ladies out there too, do you think women value a man's virginity as much as men value
No,
a woman's virginity?
no, it's totally a guy thing that values the low body count over the,
Yeah.
just generally speaking. There could be, edge cases, right? But generally speaking, the guys will
Yeah.
always be like, oh, I want someone with a low body count. I can't remember the last time I heard a woman be like, oh, I don't want someone that's like slept around a shit ton. It's more like, oh, back in the day, he was such a player, but I'm the one who got the ring, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Mm,
I'm the one that closed the deal.
yeah.
Um, and it's also like I think most women understand that, sex just means completely different things for men and women, you know?
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, interesting, interesting. All right, so let's review this video that was sent by you. See if we can find something like this. Here we go. Interesting.
Better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very fucking simple. Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes?
With 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes, and sizes. Where are the men? Where are the men? Then again, don't know. Never mind.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of
A little
this
bit of
shit.
context to this, I think I looked up the video of, or looked up the research on this.
Yeah,
With dating apps starting to go down, um, people are starting to host in-person events,
yeah,
like speed dating or just, like a mixer. And these things are showing up majority women, like 80, 90% women. Men
yeah,
don't, men just have had enough of it. They're like, ah, fuck it. We're just gonna stay home, watch the game, or hang out with the boys, right? Versus dealing with this.
yeah. Um, all right, so let's talk about perspective, right? Or like, what do you think caused this? Is it just like,
I think a lot of things cause this.
yeah,
I think a lot of it's just dating app fatigue,
yeah,
and then all these guys get shit on so hard in the dating apps. They're like, well, what are my chances in the real life?
hmm,
Because we all know the statistics of dating
yeah,
apps. If you're a guy that's even average or slightly above average looking, you're not going to get
yeah,
a lot of connections. You have to
yeah,
be in the top 20 percentile of men to even succeed in those dating apps.
yeah.
And
I
now we're
think,
starting to see the correlation here, right? Now,
yeah,
those singles events, only maybe 10 to 20% of those people are men, which correlates exactly with, what's
yeah,
going on in the dating app world. So the women are starting to like open their eyes when the raw data is in front of them, literally in front of them.
yeah. I wonder if like just a mid guy, like 3 to 5 out of 10 guy, right?
Mhm.
Just show up, just from one guy. I wonder how, I mean, I wonder how that would do. I mean, like I'm curious,
Mhm.
like, do you think the the physical scarcity of things make You know what I mean? Like inherently increases his quote unquote perceived value. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Just because
probably.
he's,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, look, it's either adapt or die, right? If the girl, I mean, look, everyone should have standards, but I think this is going to force people to realize, hey, listen, maybe my standards were a little too unrealistic.
Yeah. There's a lot of comments. Feminism breed men. So that's pretty funny. We want, but you also got to keep in mind, like the channel, right? The platform itself is majority focusing on like it's more pro men basically, right?
Yeah, but
So the
this is not
people
like
who
it's not like they
comment,
made these events up. Like these events are actually firing and they're not, it'd be dumb
yeah,
if
yeah. No, I'm
the
just
who
saying in the context of the comments, like that. There's no,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I rarely
Um,
read the comments when I go to these kind of videos because I want a
oh,
fresh
it's
take.
yeah, no, no. You got to make your own opinion, but then read the comments because they're fucking hilarious. It's
Yeah.
always funny, man. Like people, just the way people think. But yeah, no, I think absolutely when it comes to just um, in general, people are tired of. My take is that people are tired of the apps, and just it's also like economically, right? Like dude, it's just fucking expensive, right? Like these guys, right? Well, because we know likely women in general are seeking for that real good connection, right? Probably more than men in general, right? Men on the dating app, probably a lot of it. And I'm not saying like, they don't want actual serious relationship. But a lot of it is, right? Like there's that physical attraction and there's, right, like looking for hookups or whatever, right? And then eventually maybe it leads to something. But going out there, in my opinion, I think it's stupid, right? Like if you were single and there's an event like that, I think it's so stupid to not go. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
look, I mean, we have the we are
yeah,
we have rose-colored glasses on, right? We don't have to suffer the
yeah.
problem of what people are suffering right now. And
Nowadays, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's not like us just being shit on constantly in dating apps for the last, I don't know, 5, 10 years.
But you did
Um,
before.
yeah, but
It's different now,
listen,
I guess.
even me, like when I was single, I would I would say I'm like in the top 30 percentile of men, right?
Oh,
Of
whoa, whoa,
attractiveness,
whoa.
maybe. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
I would say at least 70%, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Just the height alone,
like
bro.
so
Just the height
30%.
alone, you
Yeah,
already
because I'm over
passed.
6 foot. So
But you
I
got you got
think
the Asian minus point. Actually, it's plus now. It's plus
yeah,
now.
yeah, thank you, BTS. But
Yeah, yeah,
or K-pop Demon Hunters.
yeah.
Um, but you know, even when I was single and dating hardcore, I wasn't I wasn't being left in the dust. I was getting matches here and there.
Yeah.
And then me and my friends were also dating, not each other, but comparing dates and stuff. They're like, man, like it's been several weeks since I've got even a like a match. And I'm like, oh man,
Mm.
that's rough.
Yeah. Speaking of, I was just talking about just Asian men earlier. There was one comic I didn't save the clip, but it was a beautiful black comic, right? And she was on stage, it was a big stage, and she was saying like Asian men are the hottest men in the entire world. Like you are missing out. Like, and then she was like, "Am I right? Asian men are like the sexiest and hottest," and just dead silence. It was the funniest shit. And she was like, no, no, nobody doesn't. And it was like a big stadium too. It was like maybe like 300 seaters, you know? It was like,
Mm.
it was the funniest shit,
Oh,
just
geez.
dead silence.
Rough.
It was just like,
Mm.
I was just like, I'm trying to think, right? Like if they were to say like white men or like black men or Latinos, right? Latinos people
Mm.
usually like, but I've actually done that before. I've asked like, who like what guys do you find or what racial group do you find the most attractive? People are very like usually very excited about, like typically like Latinos, black, right?
Mm.
I've never done the Asian one because I am, but
Right.
it was just so freaking funny. It was dead silence. Anyway,
Ugh.
but I think it's picking up. People are starting to now that there's nothing left, they're starting to explore. Oh, maybe there's something.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing left. There's
yeah,
plenty
yeah.
left. This thing is
No, no, no.
just
It's just that it's just, I think. culturally, it's obviously,
Right,
there's
right.
making a better impact. But yeah, it is. I have heard it's just rough out there,
Hmm.
but I don't know, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you don't want people to just like, oh, just fucking settle. Like you don't want people to settle, but like definitely change perspective on both sides, like understanding, right? Because I can see, I mean, my guy friends, there's a lot of it just fucking tired of the bullshit too. And
Right.
I'm sure the same thing with women.
Well, I think there's just a level of entitlement and disillusionment coming from both sides of the aisle here. Um, Whereas most women think the average height of a man should be 6 foot when it's more like 10 or 5'9" or some shit like that.
Hmm.
And some guys that have never stepped foot in a gym just want these supermodel looking girls. Like, oh,
Yeah,
no, just look at the mirror and realistically think. I don't care if you're a man or woman. Just look in the mirror and think, what
yeah,
kind of a counterpart do you think you are worth? And then and then date according to that. It's
yeah.
like if you're if you're some uh I don't know, some let's just say barista or some shit like that.
Hmm.
Don't expect to find some CEO, right?
Yeah,
Some like 6'2" CEO guy that's jacked.
yeah. Um, yeah, I think yeah, just perspective and expectations, kind of understanding. Um, there's one other clip here. Clip, it's kind of interesting. Um, I mean, I wish I can see that edited. Obviously, it's rage baiting in my opinion. But still pretty funny.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
That reminded me, dude. There was one person was talking. That was kind of an interesting perspective. I didn't save the video, but yeah, look. His comments are hilarious. He needs to run as fast as he can. There's another one that says, "Husband playing video game triggers me more." Like, this is just like, if this makes her feel that way, you need a new one. God forbid we get tired.